Hudson Raiders volleyball varsity team is here at River Falls playing the Wildcats. November 15th, 2009.
Let's meet tonight's starting times. First for the Raiders, number 5, Hudson. Number 6, Amber Stafford. Number 7, Elizabeth Gilardi. Number 9, Kristen Brady. Number 12, Stephanie Little. Number 15, Ashley Pearl. Number 17, Brittany Everett. The head coach of the Raiders is Dennis Savage. And now for the Wildcats. Number 2, Nicole Turner. Number 4, Abby Anderson. Number 5, Hannah Tech. Number 9, Tara Fry. Number 10, Yella McCollum. Number 13, Judy Warner. Number 15, Zoe Barr. And the head coach for the Wildcats is Ashley Sherris.
Tonight is September 15th, 2009. Hudson Raiders are just coming off a successful tournament this last weekend. They won the tournament and had no losses. Elizabeth Gilardi comes in for Stephanie Little. And River Falls is going to start us off. Brittany Eberlin hits it over to River Falls. Natalie Horseman sets it up to Amber Sadoff. And Brittany hits it over. Hudson not quite able to get it over the net this time. River Falls is ahead by 1-0. Point for River Falls. Kristen Briggs tips it over. Gilardi to Briggs, not quite able to make it. Score is 3-0 River Falls. Nice block by Brittany Eberlin. Horseman to Sadoff to Eberlin. Out of bounds. Point for Hudson. Score is 3-1. Amber Sadoff is up to serve. Falls 4-1. to Kristen Briggs. Nice kill. Brittany Eberlin's up to serve. The score is 4-2. Nice serve by Brittany. River Falls. Another nice serve by Brittany Eberlin. Score is tied 4-4. Point for Hudson. 5-4 Hudson. Block by either Kristen Briggs or Ashlyn Farron. Brittany Eberlin still serving. Horseman to Sadoff, back to Horseman. River Falls can't retrieve it. Score is 7-4 Hudson. Net serve. Steph Little is back into the front row. Elizabeth Gallardi is up to serve. Nine 5 Hudson. To Sadoff, to Ashlyn Farron. Gallardi again. Horseman, Ashlyn Farron. Gallardi to Sadoff, to Natalie Horseman. Nice hit. Almost a nice recovery by River Falls. Elizabeth Gallardi still up. Score is 10-5. Elizabeth Gallardi just Sadoff sets it over. River Falls not quite ready for that one. Timeout, River Falls. Scores 11-5 Hudson. Elizabeth Gallardi's up to serve. Gallardi to Sadoff to Ashlyn Farron. Point goes to River Falls. Tips it over. Point for Hudson. 12-6 Hudson. Megan Kelly comes in to serve. Megan Kelly, Natalie Horseman. Nice block by Steph Little. Out of bounds, River Falls. 13-6, Hudson. Megan Kelly still serving. Steph Little tips it over. Gallardi to Kelly to Little. Point goes to Hudson, 14-6. Natalie Horseman hits it over. Kelly to Sadoff. Megan Kelly still serving. Out of bounds, point goes to River Falls. Out of bounds for River Falls. Score is 16-7 Hudson. Natalie Horseman is up to serve. Ball went off Hudson's. Point goes to River Falls. Nice hit by Amber Sadoff. Kristen Briggs comes back into the front row. Stephanie Little is up to serve. Hudson. Nice serve by Stephanie Little. Little to Kelly. Hudson not quite able to get it over. Elizabeth Gallardi comes into the back row. Score is 18-9 Hudson. Falls. 18-10. Horseman to Kelly to Everlyn. Out of bounds, River Falls. Point goes to Hudson. Hudson's ahead by 9. The score is 19-10. Amber Sadoff is up to serve. Ashlyn Farron is back in the front row. Horseman to Sadoff to Everlyn. Nice hit by River Falls. Score is 19-11 Hudson. Gallardi to Sadoff to Kristen Briggs. Nice tip by Kristen. River Falls hits it out. Brittany Everlyn is up to serve. Score is 20-11 Hudson. Ashland Briggs. Hudson's ahead by 10. The score is 21-11. Another nice serve by Brittany. Nice tip by Natalie Horseman. Gilardi to Sadoff to Briggs. Sadoff to Briggs. Nice tip. Hudson's ahead 23-11. Brittany Eberlin is serving. Gilardi to Sadoff to Ashlyn Farron. Point goes to Hudson. 24-11, game point. Horseman to Sadoff to Briggs. Point goes to River Falls. Hudson's ahead by 12, 24-12. Gilardi to Sadoff to Horseman. Gilardi again, Sadoff to Horseman again. Hit was in. Game goes to Hudson. 25-12. This is the second game of the match against River Falls with the Hudson Raider varsity volleyball team. Hudson won the first game, 25-12. Amber Sadoff is going to start us off. Gilardi hits it over. River Falls not able to recover. 1-0 Hudson. Horseman to Sadoff to Gilardi. Lift was called. Point goes to River Falls. The score is tied 1-1. Gilardi to Sadoff to Lindstrom. Carrie Pelzel's in to serve. Score is 2-1 Hudson. Short. Point goes to River Falls. 2-2. Out of bounds. Point goes to Hudson. Steph Little is back in the front row. Elizabeth Gilardi serving for Hudson. Hits it in on the Hudson side. Score is tied at 3-3. Gallardi to Sadoff to Little. Nice hit by Stephanie Little. Kirsten Iverson is in for Ellie Schwartz. Gallardi to Iverson to Sadoff. Point for River Falls. Oh, point went to Hudson. Kirsten Iverson serving again. Score is 4-4. Iverson up again. Gallardi to Horseman to Iverson. Score is 6-4 in favor of Hudson. River Falls serving. Carrie Pelzel to Iverson. Horseman tips it over. Elizabeth Gallardi to Iverson to Natalie Horseman. Couldn't quite get that one over. Score is 8-5. Hudson's ahead by 3. I'm sorry, correction. The score is 6-5. Hudson's ahead by 1. Natalie Horseman on a nice hit. Score is 7-5. Horseman up to serve, went out of bounds. River Falls served. Nice hit by Amber Sadoff. Gallardi to Iverson. River Falls hit it behind Natalie. Score is tied at 7. River Falls hits it out of bounds. Jamie Lindstrom back into the front row. Stephanie Little is up to serve. Natalie Horseman to Kirsten Iverson. Brittany Eberlin hits it over. Iverson to Sadoff to Horseman. Steph Little to Kirsten Iverson to Natalie. Hudson player in the net. Point goes to River Falls. Elizabeth Gallardi is back in. She's in the back row. Score is tied 8-8. Natalie Horseman to Iverson to Lindstrom. They called Jamie in the net. River Falls is ahead by 1, 9-8. Natalie Horseman to Iverson to Eberlin. Horseman quite able to keep it in. River Falls is ahead by 2. 8-10, River Falls. River Falls serves it out of bounds. Ellie Schwartz comes back into the front row for Kirsten Iverson. Amber Sadoff is up to serve. Hudson's behind by 1. The score is 9-10. Horseman to Sadoff to Eberlin. Point goes to Hudson. River Falls touched it before it went out of bounds. Sadoff serving again. Out of bounds, River Falls. Point goes to Hudson. Point goes to Hudson. The score is tied at 11. Elizabeth Gillardy. Hudson not able to get it out of the net. River Falls goes ahead by 1. The score is 12-11. Natalie Horseman to Sadoff. Point to River Falls. Elizabeth Gillardy. Elizabeth Gillardy again to Sadoff to Ellie Schwartz. Hit went in the net. River Falls is now ahead by 2. The score is 11-13, River Falls. Natalie Horseman to Amber Sadoff to Ellie Schwartz. Hudson not able to block the ball. River Falls is ahead by 3. Elizabeth Gillardy to Sadoff to Ellie Schwartz. Horseman to Eberlin. 4 hits by River Falls. Point goes to Hudson. The score is 12-14. Carrie Pelsel comes in for Brittany Eberlin in the back row. Gillardy to Sadoff to Horseman. Gillardy to Sadoff to Schwartz. Score is 12-15. Hudson's behind by 3. Elizabeth Gillardy to Sadoff to Natalie Horseman. Nice hit by Natalie. Unfortunately, it was out. Score is 16-12, River Falls. Sadoff sets it up to Schwartz. Timeout, Hudson. River Falls is ahead by 5. The score is 17-12. River Falls is up to serve. Gillardy to Sadoff. Sadoff hits it over. Gillardy again. Sadoff. Natalie Horseman. Sadoff gets it over, but it's out. Falls. Short serve, point goes to Hudson. River Falls leads by 5. Score is 18-13, River Falls. Elizabeth Ghilardi serves it over. Ghilardi to Sadoff to Little. Nice hit by Steph. Carrie Pelzel to Sadoff to Horseman. Sadoff. River Falls hits it in the net. Point for Hudson. Score is 18-14, River Falls. Elizabeth Ghilardi serving. Ghilardi to Sadoff. Carrie Pelzel to Sadoff to Horseman. Horseman called for a lift. Point to River Falls. Score is 19-14. River Falls is ahead by 5. Carrie Pelzel to Sadoff to Horseman. Pelzel again to Sadoff to Schwartz. Elizabeth Ghilardi to Amber Sadoff to Natalie Horseman. Natalie tips it over. Point for Hudson. Kirsten Iverson is in for Ellie Schwartz. Kirsten is up serving. Score is 19-15. River Falls is ahead by 4. Nice serve by Iverson. Natalie Horseman to Iverson to Horseman again. Natalie sets it over. River Falls hits it in. Score is 20-16. River Falls is ahead by 4. Pelzel to Iverson to Amber Sadoff. Pelzel again to Iverson. Natalie Horseman. Point for River Falls. Score is 21-16. River Falls is ahead by 5. Brittany Eberlin comes in to the front row for Carrie Pelzel. Natalie Horseman serving. Little to Iverson to Brittany Eberlin. Ghilardi to Iverson to Eberlin again. Nice hit by Brittany Eberlin. Hudson narrows the gap. The score is 18-21. River Falls is ahead by 3. Timeout, River Falls. Natalie Horseman serving. The score is 18-21. River Falls is ahead by 3. Ghilardi to Iverson to Amber Sadoff. Attempted block by Hudson. Point goes to River Falls. Iverson. Four hits, point goes to River Falls. The score is 23-18. River Falls is ahead by 5. Natalie Horseman to Iverson to Amber Sadoff. Nice save by River Falls. Iverson to Sadoff to Brittany Eberlin. Natalie Horseman to Iverson to Horseman again. Ghilardi to Iverson to Eberlin. This is game point for River Falls. River Falls is ahead by 6. Score is 18-24, River Falls. Net serve. Jenny Lindstrom's back in, and Steph Little is up to serve. Serve went out of bounds. It's a game for River Falls. This match is tied up. Each team has won a game. This is the third game of the match between Hudson and River Falls varsity volleyball teams. Each team has won one game apiece. Amber Sadoff is going to start out as setter. Kristen Briggs in the center. Brittany Eberlin on the left. Eberlin hits it in the net. Score is 1-0 River Falls. Natalie Horseman to Amber Sadoff. Brittany Eberlin, nice hit. Elizabeth Ghilardi not able to get it over. Natalie Horseman to Amber Sadoff to Brittany Eberlin. Out of bounds, River Falls. Hudson's behind by 1. The score is 2-1 River Falls. Amber Sadoff is up to serve. Sadoff still serving. Out of bounds, River Falls. Hudson's ahead by 1, 3-2. Nice serve by Sadoff. River Falls hits it out again. 4-2 Hudson. River Falls hits it in the net. 5-2 Hudson. Timeout River Falls. Amber Sadoff serving, Hudson up by 3. Score is 5-2. Serve is out of bounds. by River Falls. Brittany Eberlin up to serve. Hit was in, point goes to River Falls. Eberlin to Sadoff. Natalie Horseman out of bounds. Hudson is ahead by 1. The score is 6-5. Natalie Horseman to Amber Sadoff. The Horseman. River Falls hits it in the net. Steph Little comes back into the front row, and Elizabeth Gillardy is serving. Gillardy to Sadoff. Gillardy to Sadoff, to Ashlyn Farron. Gillardy again to Sadoff, to Natalie Horseman. Gillardy, nice save by Gillardy to Little. Brittany Eberlin. Nice dig by River Falls. Little to Sadoff to Farron. Point goes to Hudson. Score is 9-5. Hudson is ahead by 4. Gillardy still serving. Out of bounds, River Falls. Hudson. Ball is hit out of bounds by River Falls again. Sadoff to Ashlyn Farron. River Falls hits it in the net. Gillardy serving. Score is 12-5. Hudson. Horseman. Steph Little tips it over. Gillardy to Sadoff to Little. Nice hit. Ball was ruled down after Little's hit. Hudson's ahead by 9. The score is 14-5. serving. Brittany Eberlin to Amber Sadoff to Natalie Horseman. Nice hit by Natalie. Score is 15-6, Hudson. Megan Kelly's back in to serve. River Falls hits it out of bounds. Kelly up again. The score is 17-6. Megan Kelly serving for Hudson. Score is 17-6. Hudson's ahead by 11. River Falls hits it out of bounds. Another nice serve by Megan Kelly. Tip by Amber Sadoff. River Falls unable to retrieve it. Hudson's ahead by 13. The score is 19-6. Nice block by Hudson. Kelly up again. Substitution for River Falls. Tip by Steph Little. Little to Kelly to Sadoff. Sadoff hits it in. Point goes to Hudson. The score is 21-6. Lift by River Falls. 22-6, Hudson. Kelly to Horseman. River Falls hits it out. Hudson's ahead by 17 points. The score is 23-6. Eberlin to Megan Kelly to Steph Little. Nice series by Hudson. This is the game point for Hudson. 24-7. Natalie Horseman is up to serve. And River Falls unable to get it over. Hudson wins 25-7. This is their second win of the match. This is the fourth game of the match between Hudson and River Falls varsity girls volleyball teams. Hudson has won 2 of the games. River Falls won the second game. Amber Sadoff is up to serve. Elizabeth Ghilardi to Sadoff. Jamie Lindstrom. Lindstrom again. Nice hit by Jamie Lindstrom. Hudson starts off 1-0. Hudson. Elizabeth Gallardi gets it to Amber Sadoff, to Brittany Eberlin. Nice hit by Brittany. River Falls hits it out. 2-0 Hudson. Hit by River Falls, wasn't retrieved by Hudson. Score is 2-1. Hudson's ahead by 1. Natalie Horseman to Amber Sadoff, to Ellie Schwartz, and in the net. Game is tied 2-2. Natalie Horseman to Amber Sadoff, to Brittany Eberlin, and it's out of bounds. River Falls went ahead 3-2. Elizabeth Gallardi to Sadoff, to Lindstrom. Nice hit by Jamie Lindstrom. Carrie Pelzel's in to serve for Brittany Eberlin. River Falls hits it in the net. Hudson goes ahead by 1. The score is 4-3 Hudson. Nice serve by Carrie Pelzel. Carrie up again. 5-3 Hudson. Nice hit by Jamie Lindstrom. Score is 6-3. Hudson's ahead by 3. Carrie Pelzel is up to serve again. Point was called on Hudson, so it went to River Falls. Natalie Horseman. River Falls is behind by 1. The score is 6-5 Hudson. Natalie Horseman to Amber Sadoff, to Ellie Schwartz. Nice line hit. Steph Little's into the front row, and Elizabeth Gallardi's up to serve. Score is 7-5. Hudson is ahead by 2. Another nice serve by Elizabeth Gallardi. Hudson goes ahead by 4. The score is 9-5. Horseman to Amber Sadoff, to Horseman again. Nice block by Natalie. River Falls not able to get it over the net. Elizabeth Gallardi still serving. Score is 10-5 Hudson. Point for Hudson. Timeout, River Falls. Elizabeth Gallardi serving. The score is 11-5. Hudson is ahead by 6. Hit goes into the net by River Falls. by Gallardi. Score is 12-6, and River Falls is serving. Pelzel to Sadoff to Little. Sadoff to Schwartz to Natalie Horseman. Nice hit by Natalie. Score is 13-6 Hudson. Kirsten Iverson comes into the back row for Ellie Schwartz. She's going to be serving. Gallardi to Iverson to Sadoff. Pelzel gets it over. And River Falls tips it. Point goes to River Falls. Substitution for River Falls. Hudson's ahead by 6 at 13-7. Carrie Pelzel to Kirsten Iverson to Amber Sadoff. Nice save by River Falls. Point goes to River Falls. Score is 13-8. Hudson's ahead by 5. Gallardi. Carrie Pelzel to Iverson to Little. Nice hit by Stephanie Little. Score is 14-9. Brittany Eberlin comes in for Carrie Pelzel. Brittany will play the front row. Natalie Horseman is serving. Nice serve by Natalie. Hudson's ahead by 6 at 15-9. Hits it in. Score is 15-10. River Falls is up to serve. Natalie Horseman to Kirsten Iverson to Brittany Eberlin. Nice hit by Brittany. Hudson gets the ball back. Steph Little is up to serve, and Jamie Lindstrom comes into the front row. Score is 16-10. Hudson is ahead. Elizabeth Gallardi comes in for Steph Little. Score is 16-11. Hudson's ahead by 5. Elizabeth Gallardi to Kirsten Iverson to Brittany Eberlin. Out of bounds by Hudson. Point for River Falls. Out of bounds, River Falls. Score is 17-12. Ellie Schwartz comes back into the front row for Kirsten Iverson. Amber Sadoff is up to serve. Substitution for River Falls. Score is 17-13 Hudson. Ellie Schwartz to Amber Sadoff to Brittany Everlin. Nice line hit by Brittany. Substitution, Carrie Pelzel comes in to serve for Brittany Everlin. Hudson's ahead by 5, 18-13. River Falls hits it behind the Hudson players. Point for River Falls. Elizabeth Gillardi to Amber Sadoff to Natalie Horseman. Hudson not able to block the ball. Score is 18-15. Hudson's ahead by 3. Elizabeth Gillardi to Amber Sadoff to Ellie Schwartz. Out of bounds. Point for River Falls. Horseman. Timeout Hudson. The score is 18-17. Hudson's ahead by 1. River Falls has closed the gap. The score is now 18-17. Hudson's ahead by 1. Horseman to Gillardi to Lindstrom. Gillardi to Sadoff to Natalie Horseman. Nice hit by Natalie. Point goes to Hudson. Steph Little comes into the front row. Hudson's ahead by 2 at 19-17, and Elizabeth Gillardi is going to try and make this gap a little wider. Gillardi to Sadoff to Natalie Horseman. And River Falls hits it out of bounds. Hudson now ahead by 3, 20-17. Nice save by River Falls. Gillardi hits it up to Sadoff to Little. Gillardi again to Sadoff to Natalie Horseman. And out of bounds. Point goes to River Falls. Carrie Pelzel to Amber Sadoff to Steph Little. Pelzel tips it back out of bounds. Brittany Everlin comes in for Pelzel. Elizabeth Gillardi, Amber Sadoff, Ellie Schwartz. Elizabeth Gillardi can't keep it in. River Falls has tied it up 20-20. Gillardi to Sadoff to Natalie Horseman. Nice hit by Natalie. River Falls retrieves it. Hudson not able to hit it back. River Falls goes ahead by 1, 21-20. River Falls has the ball. Elizabeth Glardy to Amber Sadoff to Natalie Horseman. Nice hit by Steph Little. River Falls not able to block. Kristen Iverson comes in for Ellie Schwartz. Brittany Eberlin to Kirsten Iverson to Amber Sadoff. Ball lands on Hudson's side. River Falls goes ahead 22-21. River Falls is serving. Brittany Eberlin to Kirsten Iverson to Steph Little. Point goes to River Falls. River Falls is now ahead by 2. Brittany Eberlin hits it over. Eberlin. Hudson had a foot fault. Point goes to River Falls. This is the game point. River Falls is ahead by 3, 24-21. Sadoff to Iverson to Sadoff. Nice line shot by Sadoff. Sadoff to Iverson to Horseman. Out of bounds. River Falls wins the 4th game, 25-21. The match is tied, 2 games for each team. This is the 5th and final game in the match between Hudson Raiders and the River Falls Wildcats varsity volleyball teams. Each team has won 2 games apiece. This game will go to 15 points. Natalie Horseman to Amber Sadoff. Nice hit by Brittany Eberlin. She's starting off the Raiders 1-0. Amber Sadoff is serving. River Falls not able to return Amber's serve. Score is 2-0 Hudson. Glardy to Sadoff to Brittany Eberlin. Another nice hit by Brittany. Hudson's ahead 3-0. Bounds by River Falls. Point goes to Hudson. Timeout, River Falls. Hudson's ahead 4-0. Amber Sadoff is serving. Nice block by Kristen Briggs in the front row. Raiders are ahead by 5. Amber Sadoff serving again. Elizabeth Glardy. Tipped by Sadoff and Briggs. One of the Raiders hit the net. Natalie Horseman. Sadoff, Glardy to Farron. River Falls hits it in. ahead by 3, 5-2. Natalie Horseman to set off to Briggs. And River Falls not able to return Briggs' hit. Brittany Eberlin is up. Velarde to set off to Ashlyn Farron. Eberlin to set off to Briggs. Point goes to River Falls. Hudson's ahead by 3 at 6-3. River Falls up to serve. Velarde to set off to Briggs. Nice tip by Kristen Briggs. Point goes to Hudson. Steph Little into the front row for Kristen. Elizabeth Velarde serving. River Falls in the net. Point goes to Hudson. Hudson's ahead by 5. Elizabeth Velarde serving at 8-3. Horseman to set off to Horseman again. Horseman. River Falls not able to retrieve it. Score is 9-3. Elizabeth serving. Block by Steph Little. Velarde to set off to Natalie Horseman. Velarde still serving. Hudson's ahead 10-3. Velarde to set off to Horseman. Out of bounds, River Falls. Timeout, River Falls. The Raiders are ahead 11-3. Elizabeth Velarde serving. Hudson's ahead 11-3. Velarde. Out of bounds. Point for River Falls. Brittany Eberlin to set off to Little. Nice hit by Steph Little. Hudson Raiders are ahead by 8 now. Score is 12-4. Megan Kelly comes in to serve. Velarde to Kelly to Natalie Horseman. Kelly to Little. Falls can't retrieve it. Point goes to Hudson. Megan Kelly up serving again. Raiders are ahead 13-4. Set off to Horseman to set off again. Velarde to Kelly to Little. Ball goes off the hands of River Falls. This is game point for Hudson. In the 5th game, the score goes to 15. Hudson's ahead 14-4. score is 14-5 Hudson. Elizabeth Gallardi to Megan Kelly to Amber Sadoff. Out of bounds. (14-6) Hudson. Brittany Everlin to Kelly to Little. Off the hands of River Falls. That's the game. Hudson Raiders win 15-6, and they win the match 3-2.